decide to go to for two meetings.
Okay.
Like, he has
Yeah, no, don't look at me like that. All right, what's the name? What's the first one? I'll free from the other ones.
I love it. Last time I did a mixer with ginger. Yeah, like we did it downtown like a game place. You know, that was a wild game. Whatever y'all need, let me know. I love doing these things. I love a series. Let me ask you this. When it's time for you to go, am I just doing left and right? Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. We're just passing it around. We have a mask and two of Thank you. Awesome. This is especially once they ask about certain studios. I hope they pay attention to the industry right now. That was not there really last time. Oh yeah. That's gonna be fun. It doesn't need to be posed.
Because I hate to figure out the materials are rating what size you want. We'll figure that out very soon. What? 4490?
Yeah. Or what's the other one?
3630. Animated art. Oh, 3630. Yeah, that is environment. That's the class. That's the class I'm teaching. Yeah, I'm teaching you how to do background. I'm teaching you how to do background
Right.
Yeah, I'm Jerry's case mark. I love the background. Except for you need to pick a and you'll be picking I think the other one is
I know, I'm kind of out here. Of course, I'm so excited.
and you get the
Last time I did one of these, it was only like 10 people.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to like get out and go to more stuff, just to get like into the field for what I do.
Any event you can go to, I'm telling you, man, if you just network with people, your relationship is a big part.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to go to the other two mixers this semester.
I've never been.
you have to stay with the environment side.
Okay.
Professor Braswich. We might be able to find a way for you to be able to take that presentation. I love that. Professor Braswich is going to be director of the school. He would be the best person to talk to.
I went into the floor and looked at it, and I was like, because I didn't think it was going to be this many people. So I'm walking around. I know they're probably like, what you got to do?
All right. Yep. I have. It's been. We've been talking about it for years, but we haven't been allowed to talk about it. It's a poorly kept secret. A very poorly kept secret.
Oh, wow. Bigger than this?
Yep. So, talk about it. Back in 2000, and actually I took 12 years of Japanese from first grade to 12th grade. I'm very bad at it. I am not going to come across like
My
I'm
daughter, she's probably embarrassed.
She
goes here.
My
She's
brother
like,
and
nah,
I.
after we get done, can we go get some tacos? Kinesiology. Like, she does like sports medicine. She likes art, but she likes to make clothes and stuff. She feels thrift and then sew and like
We were able to learn how to do like arithmetic and elementary school science. Japanese. So yeah, it's really funny. Whenever my wife works at Nickelodeon, go ahead, God. So whenever I thought I had a cool job. So whenever his parties were like, hey, whatever.
Hello everybody, hi! Welcome to the ASIFA-South August Mixer. So lovely to see you all here. Today we will be having a presentation by Joshua Leonard, and very grateful to have him here. As usual, if you haven't been to an ASIFA-South mixer, usually we have our guest speaker for the first around 45 minutes, and then we will open it up for Q&A for the audience, and we can pass around mics if you need, and then after at about 8 we will start a little mixer portion where we just get to meet each other and get to network and talk to each other. So, welcome. The last call for snacks over here will be 8:30. Then we'll have to put them up, and then at 9 we will have to leave this room. And make sure you clean up all of your stuff behind you so that we can leave it nice and neat for KSU, our gracious hosts. If you have any pictures or anything, don't forget to tag ASIFA-South on Instagram. And if you are interested in volunteering for the next event, please talk to Adam Johnson over there. He's going around right now with the sign up, and you might just be asked to put your name down or anything. For sign up also, we have an online sign up as well, which helps us figure out how many people are attending or might show up to our events, just so we can figure out how much stuff we might need for them. So next time, please just try to check that out. Yes.
We've already signed up. Do we need to sign up again, or are we good?
I believe believe so. I think it kind of just puts your name on the roster, so we're able to have you in our system as well.
Kind of like a sign-in, if you will.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also, the Museum of Animation Art is putting on a pop-up event at Dragon Con this Friday. And so they're looking for some volunteers to work for that. And if you're interested, please talk to Warson. And I'm not exactly where they are right now. They might be outside the room, but if you do need help, I will help you direct them. Okay. And you may take it.
Okay.
Check. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How we doing today? We good? How many students we have? Everybody. Okay, good. I appreciate y'all having me tonight. My name is Joshua Leonard. I'm a graduate of the Art Institute only because Kennesaw didn't have an animation department when I was in school in 2018. But I'm a character designer. I'm a traditional animator. You can see I'm a director, and I have worked for these studios and probably 5 more. They passed me around the industry. I will say that they passed me around, but that's just one thing I wanted to speak on, and a few others. So who am I? I was born in Miami, Florida. I'm a military brat, so I'm the youngest of 3 boys. My older brother is actually, he's actually the one that got me into drawing. So we taught me how to draw Garfield when I was in kindergarten. He passed from COVID in 2020, and I have an older brother. But it's no odds. Like, my brother taught me how to draw, and then when he passed, I got hired by Netflix. You know what I mean? So it's like, he'll be proud of me, is what I'm saying. He'll be proud of me. But like I said, born in Miami, Florida, I lived in Alaska, went from Alaska to DC for 10 years, then moved to Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi. I'm here from Hurricane Katrina, so I was homeless out there. My daughter was born during Katrina. She actually attends Kennesaw right now. I wish she was here, I would embarrass her. But she's like, Dad, when you get done, can we go get some tacos after this? So I'll go take out to eat after this. But so if y'all in animation, you already know what a character designer is. So I'm a character designer, but there's different ones, I think, in my opinion. So I do developmental character design, which is like the real early stages, where I'm drawing 150 different type of characters because the creator doesn't know like which look to go for. And then I currently work for Lionforge animation, where I have to match a specific character design style. This is my stuff, but I just wanted to show you a character turnaround, stuff that y'all already do probably. These are all my things that I have in development right now that I will pitch. And this is just a boy that can't grow hair. He doesn't grow hair on his head. He grows flowers, obviously. So I'll probably pitch this soon, along with Team Supreme that I have on my hat. But you know, like a day in the life, a lot of students usually ask me about this. A lot of emails and a lot of Zoom calls. So if you're not working in person, the remote is crazy. Like a lot of emails, Slack, things like that. But it's pretty much the only way that you can get your information across when you're dealing with directors and things like that. But it's easy. You know, I've been working from home since full-time with Lionforge since last year, and I love it. I'm basically on vacation, to be honest. So what happens, they give me a bunch of assignments. I can take a week off and do them the next week, as long as they're done on time for, you know, just like schoolwork, things like that. But they don't need to know that I'm on vacation. They need to know that I'm turning in the work on time, and you know. But like today, I have work to do. I'm telling them they know I'm here. You know, they know I'm here. They love it. But a lot of emails, a lot of the communication. Please know how to communicate. Don't take stuff to heart if they give you negative feedback. I always get it. Yeah, we don't like that design. The head is too big. Little things like that. It's obvious stuff. If you're a designer, you're gonna get feedback, good and bad. Let me see. Yeah, the Zoom meetings and the emails. So, but I work pretty fast. I do a good job. I work fast, and I turn my work in on time. So it can be good, it can be bad, because they're gonna give you way more work next time. So you do have to kind of plan it out to where it makes sense and things like that. Let me see what else we got. Time management, big thing. So I work for all of these different studios, but I work full-time with Home Depot for like going on 19 years in February. While I went to school at the Art Institute full-time. So it's hard, but you gotta ask yourself, like, how bad do you want something? You know, my daughter, she's about to be 19 next Friday, and I always ask her, like, if you want to do this, how bad do you want to do it? You're gonna have to make, you're gonna have to make some changes to make things happen, to focus on your actual goals and dreams. So I would go to school from like 7 to 3, get off at 3, go to Home Depot from 3:30 to midnight, get off work at midnight, ride the forklift, do my homework, do my animation tests and all of that, and then right back. So I did that full time for 4 years at the Art Institute, still graduated with a 4.0. I was a commencement speaker, all of that. So I might be an alien, I might be a robot, but I don't like making excuses, and I don't like wasting time. Like, school is already super expensive, so you gotta take advantage of it. Ask your teachers a million questions. Y'all are paying for this, so you need to find out every single detail that you can about the animation industry, what's going on in the animation industry, and things like that. Yeah, and then Home Depot, funny looking guy in the middle, that's me. Ted Decker is the CEO, that's the guy on the right, and then my store manager on the left. But this was when I got some top of the line. It's the highest badge you can get. I don't really care, but I work hard. So it was cool that I got to meet Ted Decker. He didn't care about me, this dude's a business. But it was, whatever. I just wanted to, the reason I showed you this is because I take pride in everything that I do. I don't care what it is. If I'm a janitor, I'm gonna clean the best, So just take pride in all your work. How you do anything is how you do everything. These are just 2 current projects that I'm working on. Ianu comes out next year. This is with Lionforge animation. So my character design, my character design contract just went up, but they extended me to props now. So, and that's kind of how that works. If you can draw everything, get the gigs as long as you can. They'll keep extending you, and they pay me really well. They pay me really well. The industry, they can definitely make some good money. And then Black Man, that's a short film by Frank Abagnale. If you're not familiar with Frank Abagnale, Google him. All the Disney, Pixar, Toy Stories, what's the Kung Fu Panda, like big time animator. And but that comes out next year. Short film, like I said, we got Nicholas May, that's Ava DuVernay's younger brother, who's an Oscar-winning producer. We got Aldous Hodge, who plays in everything, and Yvette Nicole Brown, who's also a big-time actor. So they're playing the narration of the poem. So, and then I have obviously Team Supreme. So this is my baby, and one of the reasons I probably was able to get as much work is because this project went viral like a few times. So, and that's the power of branding yourself, networking. You gotta get your artwork out there. I know AI is kind of killing the vibe and all that, the buzz, but you still have to show something. LinkedIn is major, get your artwork out there. Recruiters are all over LinkedIn, they're all over Instagram, so you have to share some type of work where they can see that. But Team Supreme, kids that have disabilities, but they have superpowers. So imagine like Marvel with blind characters, deaf characters, amputees, and even the villains will have disabilities as well, so it's gonna be really cool. But that's in the works. Got my executive producer, Jason Weaver, who plays Simba in The Lion King. Y'all probably wasn't even born with the animated one yet, but he did the singing voice of Simba, which is also about to go in theaters, coming out in theaters soon. But yeah, it's little things like this. So I'm big on disabilities, inclusion, diversity. I love seeing all lives of people. I'm a military brat. I grew up knowing everybody, and I didn't like any of them. But anyway, I'm kidding. But no, I love people in general. I love creating characters that evoke emotion and things like that. And I think being different is what makes us all special. We've seen so much of the same on TV and animation and film that I try to think outside the box. And Team Supreme is what did it. So it went viral. A bunch of celebrities saw it. They shared it, and I've worked for 15 plus animation studios because of it, and I'm super grateful. And this is why your brand is important. So if you see me People think I look like a football player. I might walk on Kennesaw State. I don't know. We'll see. I'm also 40, so I'm kidding. But nah, I mean, everything is. I'm usually in suits and ties, clean cut. You'll see my Instagram at the end. But branding is huge. How you sell yourself, how you look, your walking resume, how you speak to people, things like that. These studios, they do want to. Your artwork can only go so far. They want to know if you're an a-hole in person. You know, they want to know if you're an idiot or, you know, how is he, you know, socially awkward and things like that. So your brand is really important, really good for networking and things like that. Like, you have to get your name out there. So when they say Joshua Leonard, I don't want them to be like, yeah, that idiot with the muscles. You know what I mean? I want them to really talk good about me. So yeah, I'm big on branding and things like that. I wore this red so y'all can see me. It's all planned. But yeah, networking, building relationships. So this is my daughter. So if y'all see her in here, y'all give her a hard time. Yeah, she's a freshman. She's a freshman. I've been pre-bullying her for years. She can handle it. And if you do see her and give her a hard time, just hit me up. I get y'all extra credit. I was trying to see if she was gonna be here tonight. She didn't want to. Nah, Dad, come see me after. But she's actually studying kinesiology. She's a great kid. Like I said, born during Hurricane Katrina. Never gave us any problems, so it's a blessing. But the reason I have, so this woman, you probably don't know her, she's actually the president of the WNBA's Atlanta Dream. She found me through Team Supreme when it went viral. That's what I'm saying, like, if you get the artwork out there, you never know who's watching. I'm telling you, man, you never know who's watching. You may not get any bites, but somebody in the background. Before I came here, I had a meeting with Netflix. Like, it's another one. So there's little things like that. And the lady I met with Netflix, she's actually with the comedy side in New York. So she works with Dave Chappelle's show and all that stuff back in the day. But if you can draw anything with any company, is what I'm saying. Like, if you can draw, I'm trying to get all the money. I hit Rockstar Games up, they're hiring, like, get all the money you can, work with all these studios that you can. Animation is animation, film is film. If you're a board artist, you should always have work. Like, just really continue to grow your craft. Let me see. But the reason I put Ms. Morgan up here is because we already went out to lunch and she wants me to design the Atlanta Dreams mascot. They don't have a mascot. So little things like that. I'm a character designer. Character designers design toys as well. You know what I'm saying? So it fits. It translates to pretty much all the businesses. Yeah, and these are just my Team Supreme characters. Some of them, I have a whole world of these guys, but you kind of see. So it goes viral. And even when I was, I remember 2014 when I moved down here and I went to the Art Institute. I was already doing work for NFL players. And one thing I really wanted to talk about was I also have an LLC, which I'm able to write off my Wacom tablet and expensive things like that. But I was able to, I reached out to, I forgot, I think I was maybe a freshman, and I saw on Twitter at the time, there was a short film coming out. So I'm a kid, you know, I'm not a kid, but I was a freshman. But I was like, look, I'm willing to do some free character design work for this short film. The short film went on to win like 150 awards. The creator, her name is Chinzia Angelini, so she was on DreamWorks. She did, what's the DreamWorks movie about Moses? Prince of Egypt. So she worked on that. She was an animator. Somebody said Shrek? Yes. Yes. But nah, Shinzia, so that whole, me working on her short film built that relationship. So she ended up mentoring me. So she's the one that made the phone calls to Netflix. And she's like, look, Josh, I remember she brought me on, we pulled up my website and we were on the phone and she's like, look, there's no reason you shouldn't be in the industry. And she looked at my website, she's like, take that off, take this off, remove that, change this, you're a character designer, put this on here, then boom, boom, boom. Nickelodeon hired me the next week. So it was crazy. And she probably threatened some people behind my back. She probably did something, but she's big time in the industry, super sweet. But it was the fact that I worked on her short film and didn't have to get paid. But I did get paid in the long run because she helped me out and it's still coming back. So super dope. Worked on Little Mermaid. This is a what do you call it? Like, this is the original Christian Anderson. Like, that's the one where the Little Mermaid, like, crazy. If you don't know that version, really evil. But, and then the Fortnite thing, I did a Fortnite test. So they ended up going with somebody else, but I had so much fun creating this character. And it was quick, and I think I was working at Netflix at the time, but they still let me use the, you know, the little image, so I thought that was pretty cool. Worked at the Emmys, and just stuff I have to put up there to know what I wanted to happen for me, you know what I mean? Like, just to see it, and I had a blast. That was out here in Buckhead a couple years ago. But the reason I put this image up here, I was just drawing it. This is what I mean when I say, like, you just have to put stuff out there. This image right here got me hired at Disney for like a year. I was just playing around. Because I'm weird, so I'll get off work, and when I get home, I'll have ideas when I'm driving the forklift, like, I just need to get home and draw this character. I just need to get it on this pad and do it. So I was doing this character, put it out there, and they hit me up. So, I mean, it's that simple. They literally hired me off of this image, and I did a bunch of designs for this show. I can't say the name of it, but it is, it got greenlit by Disney, so maybe next year I think it'll come out. But, and it's not this specific character, like, don't look for this character. I designed, this is the one that got me the gig. But let me see what else. Yeah, this is my social media stuff right here. Please follow me, please stay in touch, man. I'm all about giving back. I love people, and the reason I don't mind, because a lot of y'all are probably lazy. I'm tell you straight up, man. Like, you have a good connect right here, you better use it. LinkedIn, y'all hit me up on LinkedIn, same names. I'm telling you, like, just your network and the relationships you can build with people is so crucial, because after they see my work, yeah, it's okay, it's good enough to get the, you know, their attention, but it's who I am as a person. That's what's gonna get me. Like, we love working with that idiot, you know what I'm saying? Like, they enjoy working with me. I think I'm a good associate. I'm a team player and things like that. So you really have to be that. But that's it, man. I hope I didn't bore y'all. That'll be $2 each before I leave. We'll call it that. But thank y'all for listening to my TED Talk. Any questions? Oh, so many. So many.
Let's see. Who would like to go first?
Have you always like had a drive for like the arts and like creating and everything?
Great question, and I meant to speak on that earlier. So, I was an athlete first. So, played baseball, football, basketball, track. Got recruited in all but basketball. I'm 5'9". But I wanted to be a professional athlete, but I wanted an animation studio at the same time. I wanted my professional money, the millions, to fund my animation. Blew my knee playing football, but I never stopped drawing. Like, I love Looney Tunes, and that's why I grew up on Looney Tunes and things like that, Chuck Jones. But I've always loved art, even when I was playing ball, so yeah. Good question.
Do you post your artwork and stuff on LinkedIn and all that?
I post it everywhere. I posted something on y'all's window out there on Kennesaw State. Nah, I post it everywhere, yeah. If people are gonna steal it, they're gonna steal it. They can go off my website and down, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. People know, I kind of have a specific look, I guess. That's what everybody says. Oh, we can always tell your work. Well, good. Don't steal it.
Sorry, right here. This is more of a question about you as a character designer.
I think I remember you.
Yes,
I remember you.
For you as
Yes.
portfolio.
You were terrible. I'm kidding.
So, as you know from looking at my portfolio, I'm also a character designer. And one thing I think that's always inspired me about character design is people around me. I myself have worked so many customer service jobs, and that has been a really big, I guess, basis or inspiration for a lot of my designs. I wanted to ask you as well, just as I know a character designer who's been in so long, if that is still something that you draw so much, I guess, inspiration from, or just characters that you've had around you your entire life, or customers you've had at Home Depot and such.
Yes, really good question. Absolutely. That's why I took pictures when I was here. Y'all don't know, you might end up in one of my shows. No, I really do. Like, it's people watching. I love doing that because you get to see some really good shape language and things like that. But yeah, I'm always, especially at Home Depot, you see a lot. You know, mainly like fat guys that come in, construction workers and things like that. I'm kidding. But yeah, I definitely do that. I study everybody. Good question.
Hey, so kind of building off that, I feel that as a character designer, you don't want to let yourself get stagnant. You don't want to keep trying to sell the same character, different color. So other than people watching, what would you say has really helped you develop? Would it be color studies? Do you challenge yourself to just do everything in monotone?
Man, really good question. I should have talked about that. I think one reason that I get so many gigs is, I think now that the industry is trying to like get more diverse and things like that, they know I'm gonna draw, if a character is black, I'm gonna draw them with their full lips and the nose, and like I'm really gonna do my research on certain cultures and things like that. So I think it's a little bit of that. Like I want it to be as real as possible. But that's where the notes come back and the feedback, and that's what I'm saying. You can't take it to heart because they're gonna be like, hey, can you tone down the, you know, she's not Jay-Z, okay? Hey, delete that. Delete that, man. No, that's a good question.
I got it. Okay, so I guess my question is, I kind of get caught up in doing studies and like focusing on my technical ability, sometimes over my design process, and I'm curious about your relationships with those two workflows. You know, kind of building into the process of, you know, imagining the characterization that goes through a character, like its design, you know, the identity behind them, versus like, you know, keeping up with like your anatomical skills, perspective, color, all those things. Like, you have like a back and forth, or the periods where like, let me just be creative, let me just work from what I've got, or is it like a constant back and forth of like, I'm working on this character, I run into an issue, and you're like, you just jump into like maybe study mode.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a really good question. And a lot of people say that I'm on the autism spectrum. I don't know. I'm different, man. Like if I have an idea, I'm just gonna do it. Like I can watch the same movie 50 times. Like I just get ideas, and that's a good question. But I think anatomy, I love anatomy. So I'm gonna make sure like the features are there with the muscle tones and things like that. And if you're a character designer, you have to get anatomy. Like, studios, they really don't be like, oh, let me see your resume. They want to see your portfolio. Get your resume anyway. But they really go off your portfolio, but anatomy is major. They want to see your sketchbooks and things like that. So keep that in mind. But that's a really good question. I just go and do it. I just go and do it. Yeah, I get an idea and I just go with it.
So I have interest in character design also. I think my anatomy is pretty good. It's just the part that I have trouble with is color theory. Do you have any recommendations on like maybe some websites to look at for help with that?
Yeah, good question. I think Pinterest, I like Pinterest because they'll have that thing in charts for you. But like when you get studio work, they're gonna have, like all I have to do is do the line work and the color. They're gonna have somebody that does color theory, and they're gonna make sure it looks like daylight, nighttime, you know, the golden hour, that 4, 5 o'clock-ish looking. So yeah, I think Pinterest is really good for that. And you can just look around in the world as well. Like they're gonna have color schemes that match, especially with women. You know, y'all are good at that.
Hi. Who are your art inspirations, or like somebody who pushed your style of development? And cause like your style is very similar to Marcus the Visuals as well.
Which one?
Marcus the Visual.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Yeah.
So like, who kind of influenced you?
Yeah, I think he bit off me, man. I ain't gonna lie. No, that's my guy. And what's crazy, I got the Lionforge job. We both tested on it at the same time. So I don't know what happened with him, but I got the job. But Marcus is a beast. A lot of people say that. I love colors. I love like highlights and things like that. Am I able to bring my website up here?
link.
Click the link. Yeah.
If you can access
The
it.
link is right there.
Sorry.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Idiot. But yeah, this is my so this is what I'm saying. Like when I get and I'm not the best artist. I do well enough to get their attention and to get the, you know, and I draw a lot of superheroes and things like that that people have never seen. But and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know why I drew this guy. I don't know why. I knew I didn't want him to hold a gun or anything like that. I just wanted him to do something crazy. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. He just looked like he drinks beer and maybe John Wick style or something like that. He throws them. Yeah, I have no idea, man. Sometimes I just draw stuff. I don't know why I did this. And I was just thinking, I was like, man, what if a superhero retired and he just threw his cape up somewhere or something? But just anything like that. I just get some weird ideas and I draw them. So let me see. Any other questions though? I don't know what I might do back there.
Okay, you talked about how important diversity, whether it be ethnicity or ability, is to your work. And I think that's beautiful because it's something that's really important to me too. But I think sometimes I get really nervous because when I look at maybe like mainstream people who are getting gigs or what the industry looks like, it's like shades of beige. And like, I think I struggle with feeling like maybe there's a place for me. Because I think as like a Black person, you already have the mentality you're gonna have to work like 10 times as hard to get the same destination. Do you have any advice for someone who's maybe feeling intimidated or like looking for mentors?
That's a really good question. I mean, I mentor. You know, I mentor. Like I said, y'all can hit me up. I'm always gonna respond back. It might not be like right then and there, but I definitely respond back to everybody. But as far as like characters and things, you see I had a character with gold teeth. I don't care. I draw for me. I'm selfish. Like I draw for me. That's why I created Team Supreme. I wanted to see characters with disabilities with superpowers. I wanted to see that for me. It just so happened that people loved it. It has family members with disabilities, you know, close friends and things like that. So you just gotta, who cares? Yeah, I gave this guy gold teeth. I did not care. You know, and he's got Wick's hair. I'm from Miami, so they wear the hair like that. I don't, because I care about myself. But nobody in here with Wick's. Nah, you just gotta do whatever you feel. You know what I mean? Like just go ahead and do it. Like we've seen the same type of look for so long that I mean it's cool to go your own way and I think studios want to see how like what kind of personality you have in your artwork and things like that. What kind of ideas you come up with. So yeah, I mean I say go for it. I'll draw anything and everything. I do not care. That's a good question.
So one question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
One question I have. I currently work at like a warehouse, and how do you keep the blind faith of like, okay, I'm going to get a job eventually with animation, no matter how long you've been doing it? Because like that's like I was kind of the same as you. Like I work full time, went to school full time, and then afterwards I do music videos and stuff like that. How do you keep that blind faith?
So first of all, really good question. I have not been in the animation industry long. I graduated in 18. So don't think I'm not like 20 years, like I just graduated. I'm hungry for it. You know, you have to, and you work at a warehouse like me. Yeah. So I was always like, at Home Depot work you hard, man. Like it's a beast. So I was telling my friend, I was like, man, one thing that Home Depot does well, and I'm not sure about other jobs, but it may push you so hard where you're like, man, I'm sick of this. I'm gonna go home and draw and get as good as I use that as like motivation and things like that. I was tired. It was exhausting. You know, my daughter's asking for stuff. But it's you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. I can't stop. And I love to draw, period. So it's like you really gotta want it.
I'm gonna kind of ask a two-in-one question.
I'll
if
allow
that's
it.
allowed. Okay, great. So first off, I can tell that there is a bit of an Afrofuturism
theme with all your designs, kind of, and I kind of wanted to ask where that came from. And also, I wanted to ask about, I don't know if this is current or if anyone else notices this or has noticed this, but within the animation, gaming, any kind of media industry, there's been a lot more diversity, but there's also been a lot more upheaval about people being like, no offense to anyone, but oh, they're making things woke now. You know, how does that make you feel as a Black artist and as someone who draws mostly Black people, you know, Black characters? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel more inspired, more hungry, like you said? Or are you kind of like, oh damn, like what am I supposed to do now? You know, because I kind of feel like oh damn, what am I supposed to do now? Plus the AI, but you know,
Sure.
like those two questions essentially.
Really good question. So, me as an artist, I wouldn't, if a character is supposed to be Black, I would never cross. That's just me personally. But give me the other side of that question.
Oh wait, which one? Like the first one?
So I think I'm talking about like if a character is, you know, the woke stuff. Like,
so how does I think it's the current upheaval of more of people reacting to diversity in negative ways affect you in your art? Does it inspire you more, or does it make you feel more, I don't know, nervous, reluctant to release your art out there?
yeah, good question. No, not at all. Not for me. Like I said, I don't care. I'm gonna do my thing. I draw for me. It's very therapeutic. I put on some music or a podcast I shouldn't be listening to, and then I draw. You know, I don't get into all of that. I think when it comes to the woke stuff, I think it's because you know, we grew up with what's her name? Ariel being redhead, Caucasian. I would never made her Black. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain things like that. Personally, I wouldn't have done it. I would have just created a new mermaid and made her Black. But nah, I don't get into all of that stuff. But I understand why people, you know, I get it. But it's like, come on, man. This is where it is right now, and a lot of people are doing it. What I have a problem with is characters in animation that are supposed to be Black, but they all have the features of somebody that's not Black, but they're Black in the. That's what I don't like. I'm like, man, this dude could have been any color, you know, and look the same all throughout the. So it's little things like that, but I think that's what helps me get more gigs. I don't draw like that, you know. So, but that's a really good question. That's a hard question.
Okay, I have a question about when you were starting out, because I have a lot of art and I don't know where to put it. So, like, I see now you have a website and everything, but when you first started, were you sending your art to these companies? Did they just find you? Like, what was going on?
Y'all not gonna believe this, man. I've never applied for a job. Never. I've never applied for an animation job. I've never done it. I'm telling you, man, social media, let me tell you what the recruiters do. And it might just be me and how I go about it, but recruiters, they look online. So when I told you about the Disney gig that I got, when they found the work online, the recruiter, you know, they DM me, they're like, yeah, he liked your work. He saw your work on Instagram under the little popular page, and he loved it. And you know, are you open to this? Is it? And it's literally, it was that easy. But I share a lot of work. I like putting my stuff out there, and I think they see that. They see how I carry myself. Like, if you see my Instagram, I'm in suits all the time. Like, everything is business. Social media is business for me. Like, it's very professional and things like that. But yeah, that's a really good question. Uh-oh.
Okay, so I guess regarding like your Team Supreme, it had me thinking, because I want to make something like that too, but it kind of had me thinking about like, how did you navigate the landscape of like branding and not getting your stuff stolen? Did you like put your work, or did you work on stuff in the background when you wrote the story, like in like background, or did you just come out of the blue there and share work about it before you started putting it out?
Yeah, another good question. So on LinkedIn again, I had I didn't want to put Team Supreme out there because I knew it was one of I've never seen anything like it. You have Marvel with, what's the, yeah, you got the guy with who's blind in Marvel. Daredevil.
yeah.
You got Daredevil and things. I wanted a whole universe of these type of characters, but my attorney, I was an attorney, she's like, man, just put it out there. It's time, it's time, it's time. She kept telling me. I knew somebody was gonna steal it. And it happened when I put it out. It did, like, you started to see certain things, like, oh yeah, this character, you know, autistic character now. And I'm like, man, where did that come from? Like, did y'all see my viral, or did you really care to? I did research. That's why I thought about superpower, because I don't know if y'all know anybody with autism. They are like a computer, brilliant, but all these different disabilities. Like once you start doing the research on them, you start to realize, like, man, this is. Speaking of this, I worked with a guy real quick at Home Depot, and he was deaf, and he would always come. Real funny dude. Yeah, he always had like a boombox playing, and I was like, how you hearing but he feels it. I was like, bro, that's crazy, man. So hearing things like that, superpower type stuff. So I did all this research. I talked to doctors. I talked to people who actually have these disabilities, and so when I see people behind the scenes, and they've been some PBS did some stuff, and so I was like, man. I knew it was gonna happen, but also everybody knows Team Supreme, so they waiting on that. They know it's Reebok and Nike.
Okay.
I'm Nike.
So would you like put like would you wait to have like a patent on it, like a copyright thing before you actually put it out there, or would you just
trademark all of that, yeah.
So that way stuff doesn't just get stolen.
Right, but
just immediately.
That's the thing. DC or Marvel, it's the exact same. They can literally make my main character with autism. They just turn him into a Spanish guy. Same type of, and everything's fine. Like that's the business side of it and the policies and things like that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
So just for limited time. Sorry. Just for limited time, we might only take like 3 more questions, if that's all right.
Oh.
These 3 up here been raising their hand for a bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, who? Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I think I had a question earlier about like where you got your references, but someone else kind of answered that before. I guess the main question was, the other question kind of came up like networking and stuff like this. Aside from going to mixers, aside from putting it out on social media, like I don't want to say like is it just down to luck how things like this kind of turn out, or like is there just meeting the right person? Because like I guess in a lot of ways like animation industry is a lot about who you know, and sometimes that just kind of happens. But like I've been chipping away at my stuff for since when I got it out, 2021, yeah. But you know, so only every now and then I would get a bite, and I guess it was just a matter of me trying to maintain that connection going, so it leads to bigger stuff. I guess how would you keep those connections going? Because I have a hard time trying to maintain certain things because I already forgot what I have.
I got you. Well, it depends. If you're trying to look for work in Atlanta, it's gonna be. It's not as many. Atlanta got some studios, but they're not as big as like LA and things like that. I get all my work from LA studios. I don't know why. It's hard for me to get gigs in Atlanta. We work together. But no, it's yeah. I mean, LA studios hire me the most. I've been to CTN. I haven't been to Lightbox yet, but I network out here. Yeah, I network out there as well. But I love LinkedIn. Let me tell you what I do on LinkedIn, man. See, y'all think I'm joking. I will literally click on the Disney website. It will show you people that work for Disney. You will see all the recruiters at Disney. I add the recruiters. When they accept, I share my artwork. Not to them, but they're gonna see it. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's that easy. I think people don't realize that, like, and you might not get bites right then and there. Your work also has to speak for itself, too. You know, you can't just, oh yeah, stick figures. Like, you really gotta show them something that's really gonna get their attention. I saw Rockstar Games, one guy posted, like, oh, we hired like 20 jobs.
BioShock, they're working on a BioShock game again, like they're hiring, but I put it all out there. Like I just add the recruiters, don't spam the recruiters if they accept, hey, thank you so much, I'm this person. Joshua told me you'll hire me, no sales. But I mean, that's what I did. I went to CTN a long time. I think in 2018, my senior year. And that's good networking, but it was still, Team Supreme had already went viral. So they kind of knew who I was out there because of that. So that really helped me. So that's another way you come up with a really good idea, copyright, do all that paperwork, and then start to kind of tease it or post some stuff about it. But you just gotta network, man. You really have to, they need to know who you are artistically and like as a human being. Because if you kick dogs and stuff, they're not gonna hire you. Good question.
And who is this? I'm gonna go.
Amina just came in. Can we start over?
Yo, I was wondering, right here.
Oh, hey.
I was wondering, for your portfolio, I saw that like most of it's character design. You were talking about the lady who was like, take this off, take this off. Was it mostly like just advertise strictly characters and what you do, or?
No, good question. No, I'm an animator too. So I had animation up there. She probably knows something that she like, you'll probably get a job of character design quicker than you will. I don't know how that works coming straight out of college, but I will say this, when I went to the Art Institute, my teacher was like, man, look, what is it called? Concept art, it's gonna be one of the hardest things to get into. You know what one of my first jobs was? Yeah, for Sony. I'm not gonna tell you what game because they're recording. But, yeah, not even out yet, but I was a concept artist on there. They paid a ton of money. Like you just have to be good enough to where they're like, man, we saw what you posted on LinkedIn. We thought it was real cool. We need something in that style. And that's how they approach me. So really, I just be drawing. I don't know what I'm doing. I just be drawing and coming up with stuff, man.
And with your LinkedIn, is it like post a day, or is it like a dump of post, or like what is it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have time to like be like, oh yeah, it's one a day. They know I work, I'm busy, but when I can, now it's to the point where they're like, oh man, finally where you been? Like it's like that, but I don't try to, like I don't want to spam people, you know what I mean? But they do need to see your work. Like I said, add me on LinkedIn. You can add my connections. I got a ton. Like I'm probably 10,000 big time. CEOs and stuff too. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Good question.
She had her hand up on
Oh,
yeah.
here you go.
Sorry.
There you go.
Would you say it's worth it to kind of separate your personal art and your business art, and maybe you could like create two different like Instagram accounts or social media accounts to kind of separate that in order to appear to maybe more business people, and then just have your own private stuff?
Great question. Absolutely. Yes, because like I said, with social media, I think a lot of people don't take it seriously. I mean, it's oh yeah, let me see your picture. Like, I take mine like a business, because I know recruiters are looking at it, so I'm not gonna be up there with my middle finger out and think, you know what I mean? I'm not there, beer in the air, they watch all that stuff. They may not tell you, they see it. Like they see your stuff. If you're trying to get into the animation industry, film in general, they're gonna do that background check on your social media. So on the parties y'all went to last week, my daughter told me, she said she seen some of y'all in there. No, you have to. I have probably like 5 different social medias. I have a Team Supreme one where I just post nothing but disability, like cool things, like a guy dunking with one arm or something like that. And then I have a Leonard Studios, which is my LLC. I have the main Joshua Leonard, that's just events like this. And I think I have like my Leonard Studio Foundation thing, and I just give back. But yeah, I would recommend definitely having an art thing and a businesswoman and a fragrance. So good question.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock now, and so we will be closing out the Q&A. Thank you very much. Also, so if you're unfamiliar, for the next hour until 9, where we have to clear the room, we will just be able to chat and get to know everyone around here, share our socials, our LinkedIn's if we want, but also just to get to know everyone, because I see a whole bunch of new faces here, so it's lovely to see y'all here. We have a Discord, if you did not know that, and it's a little easier to keep up on there, where we will be posting just, I know, our normal like flyers and such, but a good way to also connect as well. And to make sure to RSVP for the next event, just so it helps us get a little head count before and ahead of time. Other than that, our snacks will be closing at 8:30, so if you're hungry, go grab yourself a little something, and y'all have a good night.
Can I do a video with y'all real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Can y'all just go crazy real quick? Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh my God,
Where are we supposed to go? I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, I can pull out it.
Right.
Thank you.